MLB The Show, opening day of baseball. We are in Houston, opening day, the Mount Olympus Heroes against the Houston Astros. I pitch a few, but I do not run the bases. The computer runs the bases for me, and I do play-by-play. Welcome to Minute Maid Park, opening day 2027, the Mount Olympus Baseball Club versus the Houston Astros. On the mound, Brandon Buffat, 9 and 10, 5.48 earned run average in 2026. Leading off for the Heroes, Massimo Lo Cicero. Fastball in there, strike one. Fouls off the circle change. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Lo Cicero. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away. Here in the top of the first inning. Here's the replay. Next up, Mike O'Rourke. Out in front, pulls it foul for strike one. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. Long throw, but in time. 2 quick outs here at the top of the first. Mount Olympus Heroes, starting lineup, Lo Cicero, O'Rourke, Ramos, Joseph Finelli is the DH and your starting pitcher. Joey Pollard, Maribel Ortiz, Bobby Kitzios, and batting ninth playing right field's Anthony Mello. Chris Ramos, catcher. Skies it into foul territory. He does not make the catch. Foul ball, strike one. Two outs, bases empty. No score. Late on the fastball, skies it out of play. 2 quick strikes on the catcher, Ramos. Fly ball to right, playable. It's a 1-2-3 inning here at Houston as the Astros come up to bat. MLB The Show. On the mound for the Heroes, Denise Finelli, 14 and 9 last season. She will face Julio Rodriguez to lead off the game. Sinking fastball, strike one.
One and one.
Misses wild. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. In there, strike 2. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rodriguez. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Massimo. Lo Cicero throws to first in time for the first out. Astros lineup, Rodriguez, Hayward, Matthews, Prince Fielder, Jorge Posada, Ronnie Marsurio, Craig Biggio, Eddie Rosario, Jackson Holiday. Jason Hayward steps in, 1 away. In there, strike 1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 and 1.
Just gets a piece of the low fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hayward.
That's inside. That's
Cut
ball.
fastball inside, count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. No score.
Count is full.
Full count. On deck, Eddie Matthews.
That's ball 4.
And that's low. It's a 1-out walk.
Batting third, the third baseman,
Next up, Eddie Matthews.
Matthews.
Deep fly ball to right. Anthony Millo to the warning track. In front of the wall, makes the catch for out number 2. Put a charge into it, but not quite enough.
The first baseman, Fielder.
Prince Fielder. 2 outs, runner at first. Just gets a piece. Strike 1.
Strike 2.
Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes on Fielder. Strike 3 called. Side retired. 1 walk. No hits. 1 left on at the end of 1 inning of play. No score. This is MLB The Show. Leading off for the Heroes is Patrick Joseph, the first baseman. He's got a piece of pitch down and in. Strike 1. Nasty breaking ball. Ground ball with eyes up the middle and through. Its leadoff single here in the top of the second for the Heroes. Patrick Joseph has his first hit of the season.
Number 8.
Here's the replay. Next up, DH Denise Finelli. And she pops it up. In the infield, second baseman Craig Biggio makes the catch for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Joey Pollard.
Next up, third baseman Joey Pollard. Runner leads off first. Swings and fouls it off. Strike 1. Chases a high fastball. 2 quick strikes on Pollard. Out in front of the breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Maribel Ortiz, the shortstop, steps in. 2 outs, runner at first. Hard ground ball to the second baseman. Goes to second for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of an inning and a half of play here in Minute Maid Park, Houston, Texas. No score. Jorge Posada leads off, bottom of the second for the Astros. Switch hitting catcher. Just gets a piece, fouls it off, strike 1. Line drive towards the gap, it's in there. Gets to the wall. He rounds first, heads to second. It's a leadoff double for Jorge Posada. And they have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the second. Next up, Ronnie Mauricio. Swing and miss, strike.
0 balls, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike.
Backs him off the plate with the slider. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Finds the inside corner, strike 2. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle. Sliding catch to her feet. Throws to first. In time, 1 away. Nice play by Ortiz at shortstop. The runner does make it to third with less than 2 outs, so off with the pitch. So next up, Craig Biggio. You get that runner home with less than 2 outs without the benefit of a base hit. Skies it foul for strike 1. First base line, foul. 2 quick strikes. Line drive caught by the second baseman. And the runner does not score from third. Now there are 2 outs, and they'll need a hit to get that tie-breaking run home. Eddie Rosario steps in, left-handed hitter. Finelli sets and delivers. In there, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the curve, strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Side is retired. They leave 1 at third. 2.5 innings. Check that, 2 innings complete here at Minute Maid Park, and the score is still 0-0. You go to the top of the third. Outfielder Bobby Kitzios steps in.
Number 25.
Line drive is a foul ball. Strike 1. Little late on the fastball. Just gets a piece of the sinker. Strike 2. Chases a fastball down and in. Strike 3. 1 away. Next up, Anthony Millo, the right fielder. Backs him off the plate, ball 1. Swing and a miss. 95 on the radar gun. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Chases a circle change in on his hands. 1 and 2. High, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the third, no score. Here on opening day. Line drive up the middle and through. It is a 1-out single for Anthony Millo. And the Heroes have a base runner here in the third.
The batter, number 4.
It's the replay. Next up, lineup turns over for Massimo. Second baseman is 0 for 1. Line drive caught.
Got him.
Out at first. Tags him out at second. Double play side is retired after 2.5. Still no score. MLB The Show.
Leading up for the
Number 9 hitter Jackson Holiday steps in.
Jackson Holiday.
Finelli deals. And it's a fly ball to center. Rourke glides over and makes the catch.
The center fielder, number 44.
And pitch one away. Lineup turns over for the Astros. Julio Rodriguez grounded out in the first inning. 0 for 1. Owen outside, cold, strike one. Foul tip into the catcher's glove for strike 2. 0-2 count. Strike 3 call. 2 away. Third strikeout of the game for Denise. So 2 outs, bases empty, upsets Jason Hayward. Walked in the first inning. Only base runner so far for the Houston Astros. Fastball in there, strike 1. Low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball.
Curve is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to the third baseman. Spears it, fires in time. Side retired. 1-2-3 inning for Denise Finelli. And after 3 innings of play, still no score. Top of the 4th, leading off is Michael Rourke, who grounded out in the first. Left-hand hitter, center fielder for the OLYMPUS Heroes. Grounded too short. Holiday throws over in time. 1 pitch run. Next up, Chris Ramos flew out in the first. Outside corner for strike 1. Late on the fastball. Out of play, strike 2. Gotta work on my hitting. Swing and a miss, but he gets away from the catcher. He goes all the way to the backstop. Throw to first is not in time. It's a strikeout. Error on, I believe, the catcher. Strikeout of wild pitch. Runner reaches first. Here's the replay. Swings the pitch in the dirt and makes it to first. Not too shabby for a slow catcher. Next up, Patrick Joseph. 1 for 1, single up the middle in the first inning. Popped it up, foul territory. He makes the catch near the sidebar. Second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 8.
Next up, Denise Finelli popped out in the second. She is 0 for 1. Runner at first, 2 away. Two hopper, 2 third. Matthews over first to retire the side. It's a 3.5, still no score.
Leading up for the Astros,
Third baseman Eddie Matthews popped out in first. Leads off the bottom of the 4th, pardon me. Checks his swing, but nevertheless it's called a strike for strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, swing and miss, strike 2. Cut fastball, fouls it back to the screen. Count remains 0-2 on Matthews. Just gets a piece of the fastball down low. Line drive. Short hops it. That's a leadoff single for Eddie Matthews.
The first baseman.
Played it safe. Couldn't been for the dive. Finelli, 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk. So far, so good. But you have the leadoff man on the bottom of the 4th. Prince Fielder fouls off the strike. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss, strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes. No, that missed.
Just misses outside, counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive to center, O'Rourke cutting across, will not make it. He throws to third. He'll slide in there, it's first and third. Still nobody out. Prime opportunity for the Astros to score their first run of the ball game here at the bottom of the 4th. Here's a replay. Slices it towards left center field. Next up, Jorge Posada, catcher. Fouls it. Strike 1. He had a double in the second. Foul tip into the glove, strike 2. Quick 0-2 count for Posada. Swing and a miss, struck him out, 1 away. Strikeout number 4 for Finelli. Here's the replay. So Robbie Mauricio's up. Inside, hold strike. Count is 0-1 on Mauricio. 0 for 1, grounded out in second. Again, runners are at first and third. They need a double play. They need a pop up. In there, strike 2. Need to keep that runner from third from scoring. Do not need a hit to score that run from third. Swing and a miss. 2 back-to-back strikeouts. I put them in a great position to get out of this jam. It's first and third with nobody out. Now it's first and third with 2 outs. After back-to-back strikeouts by Finelli. Greg Biggio's up. Swings and hits it high and deep, but foul. Strike 1. Lined out in the second. Biggio is 0 for 1. Out in front of the changeup, 2 strikes. Finelli is 1 strike away from getting out of this first and third jam. Strike 3. She gets first and third. Nobody out. She proceeds to strike out the side and keep the tie in check. End of 4. Minute Maid Ballpark, opening day, 2027. No score. Next up, third baseman Joey Pollard, who struck out in his first at-bat here in the top of the 5th. Line drive headed towards the left center field gap. He will cut it off. Rodriguez gets it back in quickly, but on the first pitch of the top of the 5th inning, the OLYMPUS Heroes have the leadoff man on. Here's the replay. 96 on the radar gun, right back up the middle. Next up, Maribel Ortiz. She is 0 for 1.
1-0.
Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Runner leads off first. Rolls it to the left side, out of play. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball.
Knocks it down, 2 balls, 1 strike. Get off my plate, he said. Out in front of the breaking ball, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from the starter. Swing and a miss out in front of the breaking ball. Strikeout number 5, Flip with Fat. I don't know how you pronounce that, but suppose it's nasty, sweeping curve. Next up, Bobby Kitzios, 0-for-1.
One ball, no strikes.
Another one of those sweeping curves outside, ball 1. Bobby struck out in his first at-bat. Grounded over to second for 1, back to first. Double play, 3-6-3, side retired. What a play from Prince Fielder. Here's the replay. Just like that, the threat is neutralized. In fair territory. It's an athletic play for a 300-pound man. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Those are not your announcers. I am your announcer. Eddie Rosario is 0-for-1. Nothing game here in the bottom of the 5th.
Nope, ball.
Fastball low, ball 1.
Ball.
Did he check it? Yes, he did. 2 balls and strikes. Out in front of the... You would call it a fastball. She doesn't even hit 90. She hits around 86, 87 miles an hour. In the major leagues today, that's like a changeup. Picking spots. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Straight in the corners. Ground ball deep in the hole is short. Ortiz, jump throw. Not in time. It's a leadoff infield single for Rosario. And the Astros have the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 5th. Too much speed. Next up, number 9 hitter Jackson Holliday, who's 0-for-1. In there, strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, strike 2.
0-2.
Pops it up behind home plate, out of play. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes.
Nope, that's it.
Just misses with the cut fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle. Ortiz scoops it to second for 1, back to first. A 6-4-3 double play. Just like that, there are 2 outs and the bases are empty. Here's the replay. Backhands it over to first. Strong throw from Massimo. So 2 outs, bases empty for Julio Rodriguez, who's 0-for-2. Pitcher's duel today. In there, strike 1. The Outlander show says it's like looking at 2 canned hams. I have no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Outlander. Oh no! That's deep. And this ball game is no longer tied at 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The train has awoken. First homer of the season for Julio Rodriguez, and the Astros on opening day 2027 have a 1-0 advantage on the Mount Olympus Heroes. Oh, my pitcher's backhand. Well, sometimes if you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say, Mr. Outlander. Jason Hayward, 0-for-1, steps in, 2 outs still. Bases empty. Floats a fastball in there, only 85. She mixes pitches. She goes inside, outside. Fastball tops out at about 88 miles an hour. Fastball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 Houston here on opening day. Hope all is well in 2025, Mr. Outlander. Will this become a regular habit? I have no idea. I just felt like I was in the mood to play a little baseball. Ground ball to third, fielded by Joey Pollard. Over to first, in time, side retired. It's an official ball game, end of 5 innings, as Julio Rodriguez puts Houston on the board. It's Astros 1, Heroes nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. Anthony Millo, the right fielder, singled in his first at-bat.
Number 14.
Therefore, his second plate appearance.
1-0.
Sliding curve off the plate, ball 1.
Hey,
Chases a fastball,
1-1.
probably inside. Count will even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit 97 on the radar gun. He's throwing darts.
Yeah.
High fastball, couldn't catch up. Count is 1 and 2.
That's the ball.
Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2.
Grounded to third. Matthews crossed the diamond in time for out number 1.
The batter, number 4.
Lineup turns over for the OLYMPUS Heroes. Second baseman Massimo Cicero is 0 for 2. Fastest player on the team.
Peek. Ha.
A little behind the sinking fastball for strike 1. Can't seem to get a beat on this pitcher. Skies it to shallow center, routine play, and there are 2 away. Opening day here at Minute Maid Park. 1-0 lead for the Astros. So next up is the center fielder Michael O'Rourke, 2 groundouts to show for himself today. Grounded to the right side. Fields, short throw in time. 1-2-3 inning for the starter. And it's still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Leading up.
Eddie Matthews had a single in the 4th. He is 1 for 2 today.
Matthews.
Yeehaw.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike. Hey.
Checked the swing, but nevertheless, it was a called strike 2. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Just got a piece of the curve to stay alive. Pops it up behind home plate, now to play. Swing and a miss out in front of the fastball. He probably thought it was a breaking ball. Nevertheless, that's strikeout number 7 for Denise Finelli. But she is still losing 1-0. Next up, Prince Fielder singled, and he is 1 for 2 today. Grounded to first. Patrick Joseph takes it himself, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Jorge Posada doubled in the second, 1 for 2. Skies at the center, shallow, but center fielder O'Rourke charges in, makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Finelli. The end of 6 innings of play, it's 1-0 Houston. Leading off, top of the 7th, Chris Ramos, 0 for 2. Chases, breaking down and away.
0-1.
Astros bullpen, Crochet and Minter. 2 lefties warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. Here comes the 0-1. Skies it to right. Looks like it's going to be a routine play, and it is. And there's one away here at the top of the 7th. Next up, Patrick Joseph, who has a single today. He's 1 for 2. High ball 1. That's a deep drive headed towards the right center field gap. And it is one hop off the wall. He is at second with a 1-out double. Obviously his first double of the year and his second hit of the ball game. Here's the replay. One hop to the wall. Next up, Denise Finelli, 0 for 2.
That's the ball.
Fastball just misses inside. Ball 1. Outlander show says, okay, here we go. Thank you for your loyal patronage, Mr. Outlander. I was wondering if you're still in the background. Thanks to the support. Swings at the high fastball, fouls it back. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner leads off second.
2-1.
Breaking ball inside, 2 balls, strike. Slow bouncer to third, over to first, and there are 2 away. No advance on the bases. However, the tying run is in scoring position. A single with 2 outs could tie this ball game. It's on third baseman Joey Pollard, who has a single today. He needs another hit in order to score that run from second. Let's see if he can do it. Just a lazy bouncer to the shortstop, Jackson Holiday, over to first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of at the 6.5 innings of play. Get up and stretch. 1-0 Houston. Damn. Good opportunity to score. Wasted. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Ronnie Mauricio is 0 for 2. Finelli's pitching a great game. He's only given up 1 run. Gotten out of a couple of jams.
That's inside.
Fastball, inside ball. Oh, so the pitch hit him, but according to the home plate umpire, he swung. So even though he got hit, he's still up there, and it's a strike. Count it's even 1 ball, 1 strike. I love that. Pulls it high and deep, but foul for strike 2. Love that rule. Pitch is so nasty that you swing at a pitch that hits you. Popped up, foul territory. Pollard is there. Make the catch, 1 away. Next up, 3,000 Hit Club member Craig Biggio is 0 for 2 today in this fictional franchise. Outside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 quick strikes.
2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty.
No, that missed.
Just misses with the breaking ball. 82 pitches for Finelli. 1-2. Just gets a piece, fouls it down the first base line, out of play. Count remains 1-2. 1-0 Astros here on opening day at Tropicana. Check that, Minute Maid Park. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Struck him out. That is strikeout number 8 for Denise. So 2 outs, and up steps Eddie Rosario as 1 for 2 with a single. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike. That's a ball.
Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1.
Out in front of the curve. 2 strikes
The count.
on Rosario. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 9. 7 innings on opening day. 1 run, 9 strikeouts, 5 hits. Deserves better than a 1-0 deficit. So we go to the top of the 8th. Up steps Maribel Ortiz, who's 0 for 2, the shortstop. They need a base runner. They need to push a run across to tie this game.
Hee-haw.
Out in front of the curve.
0-1.
Nasty pitch, strike 1. Oh, went too far. Chased the ball in the dirt. 2 quick strikes on Ortiz.
1-2.
Iron outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waste pitch. He's throwing a gem. Bottom line, got to give the guy credit. Brandon is throwing a gem. Ground ball to her counterpart at short. Over to first. In time, 1-0. They cannot solve this puzzle on the mound. Next up, Bobby Kitzios, 0 for 2. Everybody seems to be 0 for 2 in this lineup today. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Strike 1. Again, chases a pitch in the dirt. Only 61 pitches for Brandon. Here comes the 0-2. We are in the 8th inning.
Ball.
Fastball low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's the ball.
High, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
Full count. On deck is Anthony Millo, who has a hit today, a single in the 3rd. They need a base runner. Bottom line, here's the full count pitch. Ground ball through the right side. It is a 1-out single for Bobby Kitzios. And the tying run is at first. The winning run, check that, the go-ahead run is at the plate in Anthony Millo. Here's the replay. Shoots it through the right side to first and second. All right. Pinch runner, let's ignore that. I'm going to keep him in. Millo is 1 for 2. Fastball high, 94 on the radar gun. Strike 1. Check that, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Yeah. Late on the fastball, slicing, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Millo. Rolls it over down the third base line, out of play. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner leads off first. That is the tying run. 1-0 lead for Houston here in the 8th.
Ball. That's it.
Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off first. Here comes pitch number 70 from Brandon. Skies it to right center field. It's playable, deep but playable. For the warning track, makes the catch, 2 away. Lineup turns over for the 4th time. Second baseman Massimo Cicero is 0 for 3 today. Needs to get in the hit column. Tying runs at first. Let's go. Slicing, foul. Again, late on the fastball. Count quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Skies at the center, it is playable. And again, the side is retired. He pitches 8 shutout innings. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-0 Houston. Damn.
Leading up for the Astros, the shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
Jackson Holiday takes strike 1. Line drive, base hit in the right. It's a leadoff single for Jackson Holiday. And that's an insurance run over at first base here at the bottom of the 8th. Runner on with nobody out. Just over the head of the second baseman. Okay, lineup turns over for Julio Rodriguez. We're just going to very quickly go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And we're going to warm up Gregory Santos and Andrew Vasquez. And the manager is going to do a mound visit, give them just a little bit of time. No intention of taking her out yet. She deserves better than this. No run of support, but to give them some time to stretch it out. Rodriguez has a solo homer today. He's responsible for the only run on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Check the swing with in there for strike 1. Solo homer came in the back in the 5th inning. Fouls off the cut fastball. 2 quick strikes on Rodriguez. Again, runner at first, nobody out. 1-0 lead. They're looking for insurance. Strike 3 called. Outside corner, right on the corner. That is strikeout number 10. Double-digit strikeouts for Denise. And there's one away. Next up, Jason Hayward, who walked in the first. Officially, he is 0 for 2. Outside corner, strike 1.
Ball, that's in.
Cut fastball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Attendance 38,413 here at Minute Maid Park on opening day. Terrible attendance for opening day. Line drive to center. O'Rourke hesitates for a moment but makes the catch. For out number 2, throwback to second. The runner stays at first. Gave it a ride. But Michael O'Rourke chased it down for out number 2. Eddie Matthews, 3,000 hit club member, Hall of Famer, singled in the 4th. He is 1 for 3. Should we take her out? Nope. You know what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Floats a fastball in there, strike 1. Playing with fire. Just gets a piece. 2 quick strikes. Finelli is 1 strike away from getting out of this 8th inning unscathed. Deep drive to center. Well, playable for O'Rourke in center. Makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the last licks for the Olympus Heroes. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 1-0 Astros. O'Rourke leads it off. O'Rourke's 0 for 3. Needs to get on base. Any means necessary. Pulls it hard but foul. Strike 1.
Ball,
Outside, 1 ball. Strike. Only 75 pitches here in this opening day start.
That's a ball.
Curveball high and tight. 2 balls,
2
1
balls,
strike.
1 strike.
Count favors the hitter. Jams him. Pulls it foul. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. O'Rourke has power. Just gets a piece of the circle change to stay alive. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive headed towards the gap. Off the sidewall. Runner heads to second. Slides in. Leadoff double. Runner in scoring position. That is the tying run. O'Rourke has hit number 2 of the ball game. And this is a prime opportunity to tie this ball game here in the top of the 9th. went with the pitch, drove it between left and center. So, and the manager of the Houston Astros has seen enough. He wants the right-hander. If I was Brandon, I'd be a little pissed at not having the opportunity to finish my own game. Let him cook, says the Outlander. So, pinch runner, I'm ignoring. Chris Ramos, 0 for 3 today. Skies it to right, slicing, out of play, strike one. Chase the pitch out of the strike zone. He needs to show some more patience. Runner leads off second. Nobody out. Got to get that runner to third with less than 2 outs. Slider is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider off the plate. Couldn't check it. Count as 1-2. Ground ball up the middle and through. Rounding third and heading home is O'Rourke. He will score. And this ball game is tied at 1 here with nobody out. Top of the 9th inning, Ramos comes through with the RBI hit on opening day here in Minute Maid Park. Here's the replay. Granted, it was a ground ball with eyes. Sometimes you just got to get lucky. You got to hit them where they ain't. Next up, Patrick Joseph, the first baseman, who's got 2 hits today. Pops it up. First pitch swinging. Matthews in foul territory makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is Finelli. She's 0 for 3. She's a qualified hitter. While she's starting pitcher, she also can hit. And as touted, she hits a line drive the other way. Single the opposite way, 2 on, 1 out. The go-ahead run is in scoring position at second. Here's the replay. Serves it into right field. Next up, Joey Pollard, a 1 for 3. Chases a slider off the edge. Embarrassing. He has a single in this game, 1 for 3. He's not going to get his second single play swinging like that. Here comes the 0-1 from Munoz. Couldn't get around on the fastball. Strike 2. Runners lead off first and second. 1 play. 1-1 ball game here at the top of the 9th inning. Chase a 102-mile-an-hour fastball. Triple digits on the radar gun. Fouls it back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Pollard. High and tight, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just misses off the edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners lead off first and second. 1-1 ball game. Munoz sets and delivers. Skies it deep. It is top of the wall. Runner turns and scores. It's a 2-1 ball game. That's a double, an RBI double for Joey Pollard. Almost a 3-run home run. Here in the top of the 9th inning, they score 2 runs to take the lead, trailing 1-0 here in the 9th. They come through in the clutch. Munoz sits down. Giovanni Gallegos with a record of 0-9 last season, an ERA above 8. That's not a pretty picture right there, ladies and gentlemen. Maribel Ortiz, the shortstop, gets up. She's 0 for 3. Runners at second and third and only 1 out. And she hits a line drive to center. It's deep, but playable. Tagging at third and scoring is the third player at third. It's a 3-1 lead, an RBI sacrifice fly for Maribel Ortiz, and the Heroes lead 3-1 here in the top of the 9th. So 2 outs, runner still in scoring position at second for Bobby Kitzios, who has a single and is 1 for 3 today. Fouls off the slider, strike 1. When this inning began, it was a 1-0 lead for Houston. 3 runs have been pushed across. It's 3-1 Mount Olympus Heroes. Couldn't hold up. Tried to check it. 2 quick strikes on Bobby. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Runner leads off second. Just gets a piece. Slicing foul. Count remains 0-2 on Kitzios. Slider off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, another slider off the plate. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Runner leads off second. 2-run lead for the Heroes. Here's the pitch from Gallegos. Full count, 3-2. On deck is Anthony Millo, the right fielder. Here comes the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Finally, after 3 runs are pushed across the plate, the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Astros have last licks. They need 2 runs to tie. It's the Heroes 3 and the Astros 1. Prince Fielder leads it off for the Astros. Singled in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. Finelli's going for a complete game on opening day. Inside fastball, strike 1. She's got to be careful with those sub 90 mile an hour fastballs. She's got to be careful with her location. And the leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the 9th, and as a result, the tying run will come to the plate for the Houston Astros here in the bottom of the 9th. Jorge Posada. Jorge is 1 for 3. Line drive over the head of the third baseman and into left field. Kitzios fields and fires to third. 2 on. The tying runs are at first and second. Nobody out. And I think it's time for the manager to come and rescue Denise Finelli from the game. Manager, we go to the bullpen. We have a switch hitter, a right-hander, and a left-hander coming up. So it really doesn't matter whether it's a lefty or a righty. So we'll go with Gregory Santos. With Gregory in the game.
Now,
Gregory Santos, last season 2-0 with a 1.41 earned run average. Hopefully he can perform like that this game. Ronnie Mauricio, 0 for 3, steps up to the plate. Nobody out. Fastball, inside corner, strike 1. 99 on the radar gun. As you can see, Prince Fielder at second, Jorge Posada at first. Not a lot of speed on the bases. At the knees, 2 quick strikes on Mauricio. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is the second run. It's 3-2, and they've cut the deficit to 1 run. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the replay. Almost a double play. Got up the middle, a ground ball with eyes. Jackson Churio is a pinch runner. Next up, Craig Biggio, 0 for 3. Again, runners at first and second. Fastball inside, triple digits, strike one. 100-mile-an-hour pitch on the radar gun. Again, it's 3-2. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth for the Astros. Slider in there, strike two. You have to be very careful.
No, that's
Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Didn't like the call. Strike 3 called. 1 away. So 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Doubling the gap could win the game in walk-off fashion for the Houston Astros as runner at first might score. Next up, Eddie Rosario, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Tied him in knots.
1 strike.
Strike 1. Rosario has a single in this ball game. He's 1 for 3. Outside corner with the slider. 2 quick strikes on Rosario.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch high. Waist pitch. Checked the swing but held. Count is 1-2 on Rosario. Swing and a miss. So, first and second, nobody out. 2 back-to-back strikeouts makes it first and second with 2 outs. And while the tying and go-ahead runs, winning run is on base for the Houston Astros, Jackson Holliday also represents last out of the ball game. He has a single and he's 1 for 3. Inside corner, strike 1.
Ball.
High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball foul. And Jackson Holliday is down to the Houston Astros are down to their final strike of this game. Pops him up. Pollard in foul territory charges. This could be it. Ball game over. Heroes win 3-2. Opening day in Houston is win number 1 on the campaign for Denise Finelli. Win number 1 for the Mount Olympus Heroes. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is MLB The Show 24. Created franchise. Player of the game, Denise Finelli, 8 innings, 8 strikeouts. Check that, 8 hits, 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk, 2 earned runs. They came up with 3 runs in the top of the ninth in order to take this opening game here on the show. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great night. See you soon.
2 hours and 52 minutes. Our paid attendance at Minute Maid Park this afternoon.